Hi guys, in this one I'm going to go over Lavalonian with a queen charge. Alright, so getting into it, this strategy is commonly known as one of the most difficult strategies in the game. However, it is very flexible because you can use a lot of different things with this strategy. Let's go ahead and look at the army for this one. So the army we got is 5 minions, 5 wall breakers, 1 hog rider, 2 baby dragons, 9 balloons, 2 lava hounds, 5 healers, 1 rage, 1 freeze, 1 poison, 5 haste spells, 1 clan castle freeze, and 6 clan castle balloons. Then we have the king and the queen. So there are many different steps to this one, of which we will show you when we start looking at the base because it's easier to see when we're looking at the base. Alright, so the first place is where do you want your queen charge. So with the queen charge you want to take down any troop that is going to attack your balloons as it's going through. That counts the enemy queen, the clan castle, and that's it. So we want to get through all that. Because the clan castle will come to the queen, we don't want the queen to start over here because the enemy queen is over here. So what we want to do is we want to use a troop to get the clan castle out, and then the clan castle can go down and attack our charge. Now this is one situation where you might want to consider using your giant arrow before for the air defense and not using it as a failsafe, because Lalo goes from air defense to air defense. So you can see here from this laboratory these two air defenses are lined up. So if we use the giant arrow, we'd get these two air defenses down. So that is what ends up happening. We do our queen here, giant arrow to get those two air defenses down. Use the baby dragons to funnel, then the wall breakers to do a charge. Then up here we do a hog rider to get the clan castle out so it turns back down. And then a rage to get our queen through the enemy queen. Now, so it can take a little bit of time, but that's okay. We can wait a little bit for the enemy clan castle troops to come back down. And then once we get the most tanky clan castle troop, use the poison on it. Right, next step is going to be the Lalo. So you want to find an L shape that the queen charge helps you made. So as you can see, we have a little bit of an L shape right here, going from here upward, then turning and going over here. This forms a little bit of a path for our balloons to travel. And so you don't want to start here where the balloons will have to take too much area at the same time. Additionally, how the lava hounds behave is they will go to an air defense, and then after the air defense is defeated, they will go to the next air defense. So you want to consider this when you're doing your pathing. So let's get into the placement. So we're going to start over here, use a hound to distract this air defense, and then this is important. You want to spread the balloons out after the first hound, and then after you finish spreading those balloons out, you want to place the second hound right after. This is because by the time it takes you to get those balloons spread out, this first hound is already going to be starting to get defeated. So you want the second hound to come in right as it's getting defeated to take over the tanking for your balloons. Alright, and then after that you want to use your haste spell to get the balloons to defenses. Now, anything that is going to do splash damage is going to be a threat to your balloons. So, on those defenses specifically are what you're going to want to use the freeze spell on. And use the haste to help get to those more quickly. If it's just doing one balloon at a time, it's okay if it takes them a little bit. So we use the haste to get the balloons to that wizard tower. And since we have a few defenses to get through before this wizard tower, we are going to freeze it. And now, since the balloons have made it through all of those, they are going to work back through the rest of the base with the help of any remaining spells we might have. The lava pups with the minions that you placed after the balloons will help clean up the rest of the base, as well as the queen charge. Then you can use your king in anywhere that can help clean up the rest. Your king or your minion prince, either or can be used here. Alright, and then after all that, your base gets cleaned up easily. Now, if you were using your minion prince, do not place it with the balloons. The reason you do this is because the balloons target defenses only, and the minion prince targets anything. So the minion prince will not actually be staying with your balloons at all. It will end up getting stuck on the trash buildings and not get much value. So you want your minion prince, if you're using him, to be somewhere different and help cleaning up in the back end. Alright, that'll be it for this one.